Hi, I'm Leila Kelly from Dosatron International and Dilution Solutions. And we're out here at the Dosatron family farm this morning, and we're going to go over some basics of the Dosatron units. This is the Dosatron demo case, and it shows you exactly how the Dosatron works. When the water turns on without electricity, when the water starts coming in through your garden hose, it makes the inside piston or motor move up and down, and it's always proportional to the water flow. It sucks up a portion of the stock solution and mixes it inside the body and sends it out into the pipe or into a garden hose. Very simple. So if you slow it down, it's always proportional. We just want to go over some of the quick basics on our Dosatrons. The Dosatrons are all listed here in our Dosatron manual, or I like to call it the Dosatron Bible. Right here, it gives you everything you need to know to sell a Dosatron. All the units are listed. It has everything from flow rates, pressures, you name it. So let's go over these. This is our smallest unit. This is the 11 gallon a minute. It's preset at 1 to 100, which means it cannot be adjusted, which is good, especially for garden centers, small growers. It's one small garden hose. And it's preset at 1 to 100, so it's easy for them to make up their stock solution. And it also works at very low flows. This one is our biggest seller. It's our 14 gallon a minute. Now this unit has adjustability. So you can go from 1 to 50 to 1 to 500. Most growers do still like to use it at 1 to 100. But it will go from less than half a gallon a minute all the way up to 14 gallons a minute. Even a faucet nozzle will work with it if you want to apply fungicides, insecticides, that sort of thing. This is our Dosatron 20 gallon a minute. The 20 gallon a minute will go from half a gallon a minute, which is low flow, all the way up to 20 gallons a minute. And works great on watering booms, particularly on watering booms. You'll see them all over a greenhouse. So it also is adjustable from 1 to 66 to 1 to 500. It can handle fungicides, insecticides. It's a good little workhorse, and it will go on our cart, our Dosa cart as well. And this is our 40 gallon a minute. This 40 is newly renovated. I like to say it's renovated. It handles fungicides, insecticides, but will also do a lot of caustic chemicals. It can go from 2.2 gallons a minute all the way up to 40 gallons a minute. It can do multiple hoses, up to 3 or 4 garden hoses at a time, where with the smaller ones, you might get one hose at a time. So with this, it'll go from 1 to 50 to 1 to 500. And it can get the optional bypass switch on the top. You'll see them a lot on our carts. This is an example of a pre-filter. A 200 mesh filter is required on all Dosatrons. The reason for the filtration on the incoming water is to make sure there's no sand or grit coming in that can damage the Dosatron. Sometimes you may even need one on the outbound side, especially if you're doing drippers or irrigation pipe that may require some filtration. This is an example of our 1.5 inch filter. Each filter is sized directly to the Dosatron. So if you're using a 14 gallon a minute, or if you're using an 11, you're going to be using a 3/4 inch filter. Or if you're using a 20, it's a 1 inch filter, and so on. But make sure you're putting filtration in, or it could void your warranty.
Hi, I'm Lee with Dosatron and Dilution Solutions. Leila has just shown you our smaller units of Dosatron that go all the way up to 40 gallons. But what if you have a customer that needs much more than 40 gallons a minute in flow rate? We at Dosatron have a solution for that. Starting with our D20S. This is a 2-inch unit that will handle up to 100 gallons per minute, and it is adjustable from 1 to 50 to 1 to 500. We can do much higher flow rates with this unit by installing them in a parallel application. We have done up to 1,200 gallons per minute using this unit. If you have a little bit higher flow rate, we have a new unit called the D132. This unit is capable of 132 gallons per minute. Low flow on this unit is about 35 GPM. So from 35 to 132 GPM, we can inject. One of the nicest features of this unit is very low dilution ratios. We can go from 1 to 100 to 1 to 30,000. This unit is perfect for pH control acids and also sanitation products like peracetic acids. This is a quick intro into our nutrient delivery system. We developed a system for emerging markets that you will run into in your fields, such as cannabis or hemp. This system consists of multiple units to inject multiple products. We can do an A tank, a B tank, and multiple additives in the same system. This is all sold as a kit form that is completely modular from start to finish from Dosatron and Dilution Solutions. Please contact me if you have questions on our NDS, and I will gladly help design the right system for your customers' needs. Hi, this is a perfect solution product for your customers who want to inject strong acids or sanitation products. Even if they have an existing installation, we can easily add an Dosatron pump to that system. This pump can be controlled by an ultrasonic flow meter that we can install that clamps over top of the line, so we do not have to do any pipe cuts. We would install an injection point somewhere here. The flow meter will communicate with the Dosatron pump to do volumetric dosing, just like you're familiar with the Dosatron pumps.
Now I'd like to go over our Dosa carts. These are a perfect way to make Dosatrons portable. They can work for any grower in any circumstance, and they can also be great for your garden center growers and your garden center shops that need to put a little fertilizer on when all that beautiful plant material comes in. So this is our little buddy cart. The little buddy cart is constructed of plastic, and the plastic is so durable it won't rust. It can leave a spot so you can actually put a garden hose on here to carry it from place to place. It has big tires so that it'll roll over different surfaces, gravel, concrete, so forth. And the cart itself is 3 different items. First, you have the cart, and that comes with a 5-gallon stock tank, 5-gallon bucket. The next part is the hookup kit. And the hookup kit consists of the plumbing, 200 mesh filter, check valve, and the rest of the plumbing. This way your customers don't have to go to Home Depot or a plumbing supply to get everything set up. And the third part is to purchase a Dosatron. On this little buddy cart, you could use an 11-gallon or you could use a 14-gallon. Your customer may already have a Dosatron, in which case they'd like to make it portable, or they can buy this as a separate item and add it to the little buddy cart. Now I'd like to talk about the Dosa cart. This is our larger cart. This cart comes with a 15-gallon stock tank. And it's opaque so that when you want to see how much solution you still have left to inject, it's easy to tell. On this 15-gallon cart, you can put an 11-gallon Dosatron, 14, 20, and a 40. So especially for larger growers who would like to use this to pull it up and inject a fungicide as a drench, let's say into hanging basket lines, it's a perfect way to do it. It comes with a crash bar so that if it falls over, it protects your Dosatron. And again, this has 3 different components. You have the 15-gallon cart, all plastic construction, has a clean out at the bottom, so it makes it simple to flush. You have a plumbing kit, which consists of, again, the plumbing, 200 mesh filter, check valve, and more plumbing. And the third part would be the Dosatron. Again, they can put on an 11, 14, 20, and a 40-gallon a minute. I'd like to show you how simple using a Dosatron on a cart can be. We pull it up to a location, hook it up to water, we turn on the water, and it immediately starts to inject. In this case, we're using a half a gallon a minute faucet nozzle. So if you want to put on some fungicides or a little bit of fertilizer on seedlings, I just did these seedlings a few days ago and they're looking great. it'll work perfectly. It also can come equipped, your Dosatron, with a bypass. So then, if you want to turn off the injection, you go to off, and immediately it stops injecting and clear water will run through.